Hopefully we're gonna have a great series. Once again, I believe Son Goku is less experienced because he's playing all Battle for Middle-earth games, while Inumara is playing BFME 2 exclusively almost every single day. So eventually he will have more advantage. But Son Goku is a very young player, and young people usually learn a bit faster. I mean, I cannot say the same thing about myself because I'm 31 now and I'm kind of a bit rusty when it comes to learn new stuff. That's why I'm stuck to Battle for Middle-earth 1, because that's the only game I can play in a decent level, Kappa Kipo. You know, but obviously there are people in the world, especially the Chinese people, they are so talented when it comes to play video games, you know what I'm saying? But I'm jealous, you know. Imagine you are playing every game you touch in a very high skill level. That would be awesome. We have 2 slaughterhouses, Orpit coming up from Mordor, and on the other side we see 2 farms coming up from Man of the West into the offensive barracks. The eye is just like, you know, on top. He's like able to see it right off the bat. He knows the barracks is building up next to the work layer, and he was setting a waypoint, rally point. This way the units, the second they enter the battlefield, will be moving on to the work layer right after that. I am very young and I can confirm I learned this game way too fast. Yeah, I mean, there are of course some exceptions to the rules, but the thing is, you need to be patient, you know. When it comes to learn a game, you don't want to give up. And Balindru, for example, is also a very young person. He's only 16 years old, so when I would start it early, my friend, he could be my son. But Balindru's weakness is he gives up way too fast, you know. When something goes wrong, he's like, I hate this game, I don't want to play this game anymore, you know. You need to be kind of motivated because obviously, guys, that sounds crazy, I know, but you learn more when you lose than when you win. Riding Call is going to be used right off the bat for more damage and combat experience. This way the tower guards are going to level up a bit faster. There was no lag. What is your connection, Shanks? I have a good connection, man. I have like 1000 Mbit download and 50 Mbit upload, so my connection should be good. But sometimes it's, oh my goodness, hey, you are a thief. Orcs, they've stolen 2 parts of the treasure. At least he was getting the last on the creep, and that's why the tower guards are almost level 3. Orcs are being spammed on from the orc pits there, as he has 2 of them, and they are the cheapest units in the game. They cost 50 each, 60 each, and only 30 command points. I believe very soon the version 1.09 version 3 is gonna be released, and I have no clue about the upcoming changes, but I believe they will change, of course, obviously a lot. And they've been working now on the new version for a long time, so I have high expectations. I mean, design wise and animation wise, you can't make this game much greater. It already looks dope. The animations are definitely next level. They look beautiful. And no Rohan Spearman? No. BFME 2 has no Rohan Spearman. You have only the tower guards. I mean, BFME 2 is more likely, you know, especially the Man of the West faction is mostly based on the films. So you have no Knights of Tolamrov either, you know what I'm saying? So you have only the film units, Gondor Knights and Rohirrim. The farm is going to be taken down, unfortunately. And that's the problem of building an offensive barracks like that, because then your own area around the fortress is going to be almost not protected. I was 12 when I started playing this game, Comeback, when it came out, started out young. Who's Son Goku? He's a new player. I mean, he's not a new player, but he's a player who plays all Battle for Middle-earth games, Actilion. Let's go, raid! Is this the choose the emote thing active? Yes. So when you want to choose the emote that we can use on the stream, you obviously need to tell me and eventually post a picture from the emote you would like to use in the stream in Discord. So, you know, the way you want to do that is go to the Discord general chat, share the emote you want me to use on the stream, and for the next stream it's gonna be there. We have a Nazgul. The Nazgul is here to write down those. Oh, here's level 2 already, man. I mean, I cannot say it's enough. I believe these Nazguls are so crazily effective. I mean, they are not the tankiest heroes in the game. They have only 1700 health, but they are so good when it comes to crowd control the enemy lines. Like, this is crazy. But this is kind of stupid again, you know, like you are able to make them really weak with level 2, but in order to fear them, you need to be level 10. So by the time you reach level 10 with this guy, everybody should have fear resistance already, you know what I'm saying? But again, fear is much more of a big deal in BFME 2 in compared to BFME 1, because it's so hard to get fear resistant in this game, you know? In BFME 1 on the patch 1.06, it was like when you get level 2, you would be automatically immune to fear. But we changed that in the patch 2.22 to make heroes like Horn of Gondor from Boromir or the Screech from the Nazgûls, the Witch King, a bit more useful. Okay, oh, that's an interesting rallying call, but is the rallying call even working? I don't think so, right? Because the Nazgûl is able to debuff you and, you know, nullify your leadership bonuses. So I believe as long as the Nazgûl is nearby, your buff is not gonna work. Look at that, the Nazgûl is just like so devastating. Look in the minimap. In the meantime, we have orcs marching out, boys. The age of man is over, the age of the orcs has come. Gothmog was absolutely right. The horses, the Gondor Knights are going down as the second Nazgûl arrives. We have trouble with one, now have fun dealing with two. And both of them are level 2 and one of them is level 4 even. That means you can split them. And you know, obviously that's the best thing that you can do. Split them, use one of them for harassment, one of them to debuff the enemy units all the time. There is an offensive slaughterhouse coming up for a meme from Inumara. But trust me guys, you should never underestimate your opponent. It can always backfire. The Nazgûls are doing a phenomenal job, and I think, and I still don't have the experience to kind of judge this, but I believe Mordor is in a much better shape in BFME 2 in compared to Rise of the Witch King. Much more aggressive playstyle. Especially with the cheap heroes, you get the chance to recruit the mounted and mobile units, or heroes rather, like the Nazgûls. Now you can do that, Steamek, no problem. Who's Son Goku? A new player. A new player is rising and victory is at hand. It's always nice when you see new faces, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, like I said it earlier today, and I mean it. The best thing that can happen to the Battle for Middle-earth games is a bigger player base. So more active players, new players, because you cannot always count on the old players. They might eventually leave soonish, then you have nobody left. So that's why we need to be more welcoming and more helpful towards to the new people. And Son Goku is one of them. And I like him because he's playing all Battle for Middle-earth games. The barracks level 3 shooting is tanky, but is it tanky enough? I don't think so. No tower guards, 3 Nazgûls on the field now, boys. Triple trouble. Oh man, oh man, oh man. The problem is Gondor Knights are great in this kind of situations, but there are just too many Nazgûls and too many orcs. So you have like this slow deceleration. It means when you charge into many units, you will get slowed down, and that's gonna cause you to take so much additional damage from the enemy units. That's crazy. That's why we are talking about a flank damage. That means you wanna ride in and ride out as soon as possible. You don't wanna be stuck in the enemy lines, if this makes sense for you guys. So you wanna go for a small trample like this and ride out. You don't want to commit into the middle of the army, because then getting out is nearly impossible for you, you know, without you taking insane amount of damage in return. And the march is like feeling like Blackgate, you know what I'm saying, in which Gondor is trying to defend the waves of Mordor coming out of the Blackgate, but there are just too many units, and the snowballing factor is big. We have now Tom Bombadil summon. He has also armor leadership, armor inspiring. So you have multiple different leadership forms in BFME 2, right? So you have armor inspiring, armor leadership. You have damage inspiring, damage leadership. You have high tier leadership. So you have like, I believe at least 5, if not more than that. And they are each unique. So you cannot have more than one of them active at the same time. However, you can have damage leadership and armor leadership active at the same time. And then also high tier leadership on top of that. So long story short, you can stack a little bit more than you can in Rise of the Witch King, in which you can have only one leadership active at the same time. And I personally start to like this a little bit more, because it makes a bit more sense. Like a hero who costs you 1000 should give you less leadership than a hero who costs you 5000, am I right? So it kind of makes sense. He's trying desperately to protect this barracks level 3, but there are just too many units to deal with. All you want is create Haradrim Palace, trust me. I don't think he needs that. Look, what is that? Dude, that looks pretty nice. Look at this. Orcs for days. We have in total 7 orc pits up for the Mordor player. This barracks has 100,000 HP. Yeah, the barracks actually quite tanky. But also orcs are not dealing that much damage. Remember, the Tainted Land will also give you only armor, no damage boost. And imagine if he would have rebuilt now. It took ages for him to destroy the barracks level 3. That's true. But look how many orcs are coming, dude. That's crazy. The last march of the orcs, ladies and gentlemen. Son Goku is calling it GG, and that's going to be the first victory for Inumara. Orcs for days. True. But it's the beginning of, you know, it's the beginning of the series. You can still turn it around. It's a best of 5 at the end of the day. You can, you know, lose the first game and win 2 games. That's obviously who now has the strength to face against the forces of Isengard and Inumara. We have the yellow Isengard player at the bottom side, or the right side rather, from Turkey, and the blue Dwarven players on Goku from Romania on the left side. There is a goat on the... What is that? What's this? Hey, how are you doing? Kurban Bayramı. These animals, right? They are so stubborn, right? I mean, in Turkey, for example, they are known for they are famous for being stubborn. Like when somebody is really stubborn in Turkey, you call him, you are like a goat, you know? Because goats are meant to be the stubborn animals. I don't know if this is also the case in your country, but in Turkey, when somebody is extremely stubborn, you call him goat. Because that's like how they are behaving. Good night, my friends. Great, good night, have a good sleep, and hopefully see you tomorrow once again. You will also, hopefully you will also be, you know, hitting like a truck. I don't know who you're sleeping with though, can't tell. So Mineshaft is coming up next to the troll layer. Son Goku wants to creep. In the meantime, Inumara is building up a Uruk pit after 3 furnaces into the mighty Urukai. Urukai are a counter, obviously, like rock, paper, scissors. So pikes are weak against Uruks, and Uruks are weak against horses. So counter system. Which, by the way, in BFME 2 is much greater than in BFME 1 or in Rise of the Witch King. Here, there is no world in which one horse can ever win against one single pikeman. But in BFME 1, if you have many, like a lot of levels on your units, you can still fight that. Hey, Esme, welcome. Creep is gonna be secured by dwarves, that's good. They are gonna hit level 2 now, almost level 3, because combat experience, because Rallying Call doesn't give you armor, but it gives you additional combat experience. And also keep in mind that Dwarven faction is the only faction in the game which has no scouting abilities, like no Farsight, no Vision of Palantir, no Human Wood, no Elven Wood, no this, no that. Keep up. Uruks are leading forward, ladies and gentlemen. And you are starting with the Vision of Palantir, which is something you don't have to do, because in this tournament you get to see the enemy faction before the game starts. So normally you see the scouting abilities when both players are picking random. This way you are up to date, you know the enemy faction. The mineshaft has been demolished. I believe he was demolishing a bit too early, because mineshafts are tanky, He needs a little bit more time to take it down. He's creeping a lot though. He was creeping this, and now he's creeping this one as well. So he's getting some money and value from the creeps. Esmul, okay. Again, each country has some unique stuff, The mineshaft here is going to be taken down as well. There is no protection, but he's not demolishing that in time. That's going to give them a lot of experience. Watch this. It's almost level 2, from killing one single mineshaft. And I believe in a one-on-one situation, the Guardians are going to be weaker in compared to the Uruks, especially because of the shield wall formation. That's going to make them extremely tanky. But the shield wall formation here is going to make you lose damage too. So normally what the shield wall formation does is give you additional armor and make you lose speed. But here you need to be smart about it, because it will make you lose 7% of your damage output. However, it will give you also increased arrow resistance. So to keep the Uruks in like the front line, This way they can absorb much more damage also from archers. Okay, the furnaces are extremely squishy, so if he ever can touch them, he can take them down in no time. But once again, the main weakness of dwarves is the lack of movement speed. So if the opponent is able to catch you around this area until you reach this side, you will be eventually taken down. Beautiful trample with the charge attack, I like that, dealing great amount of damage to the Uruks and trying to get to the backline. But chasing is not the best call. Charge attack doesn't give you damage, it gives you only speed and armor. Warg Riders from the Warg Pit. This Warg Pit is looking different in compared to BFME 1, am I right, Dimek? This Warg Pit, I mean BFME 1 Warg Pit is looking so strange. I like this, you know, the models of this BFME 2. Beautiful trample into the Guardians. There is no pikeman, no problemo. The Forge Works is level 2, that's what is needed if you want to be able to recruit the battle wagons. Level 1 you can only recruit demolishers. The Uruks are dying one by one. Hey Shanks, would you recommend to play BFME 2 or Rise of the Witch King more? You know, when it comes to make such a choice, I believe everybody who is going to answer your question is going to be kind of biased, you know what I'm saying? And I will always recommend to play and try out both the games and then decide for yourself. Like whoever tells you, nah, this game is better, this game is worse, is like biased. Not a single game is better or worse than the other game. It's about your preference. So just try out both the games and decide for yourself. I think they are both great. They are just so different from each other. This is more like a vanilla stuff, you know. In Rise of the Witch King you have additional faction, but that's not the only change. For many years I was always assuming that the only change between BFME 2 and Rise of the Witch King was the one additional faction they got, because Rise of the Witch King is an expansion and adds the Engma faction. However, that's far from being the only change. You know, there are so many differences between these two games that explaining it in a single second is not gonna be possible. So for that reason, download them both, install them both, and play them both. And decide whatever you like more. Both are better than BFME 1, that's also our opinion, but a wrong opinion. The pikemen are moving on. The BFME is the mother. BFME 1 is the mother of BFME games, boys. Like, how can you blame anybody's mother? Come on now. Move on your feet. The pikes are extremely expensive, by the way. They cost 450, the Uruk pikemen, and the dwarven pikemen they cost how many? Oh, he lost the barracks, right? Yeah, he lost the barracks. We cannot even check that. That's pretty unfortunate. Rallying call. The battle wagon. Be careful, battle wagon. Okay, Micro, use the oil bottles. Nice, good job, Son Goku. I like that. Now Isengard has to move. He's taking so much. Do you see how much damage he's taking over time from the fire on the ground? The fire is gone now. The Uruks are burning. The furnace is going to be taken down. But a wrong opinion, true. I mean, it's about preference, you know. I like BFME 1 a lot, but I can understand if you don't like it. If you have played BFME 2 or Rise of the Witch King for many years, and now you are playing BFME 1 with obviously much more restrictions, I can understand if you just don't prefer it, but it doesn't make it to a bad game. Borrowed Feathers, thanks for the follow, appreciate that. Welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're gonna enjoy your stay. The furnace is gonna get demolished. The battle wagon with the banner will provide you with additional armor leadership, if I'm not mistaken, right? Let me check. No, damage inspiring for additional damage and combat experience. I mean, we can use the textures from base BFME 2, but I don't know about the base BFME 2, how they are looking like. I mean, I want to have these textures. I want to have these textures from 1.09 version 2. Exilion, give us permission. Make our BFME 1 look better. Okay, beautiful trample with the battle wagon, but don't overcommit, don't get slowed down like that, don't run into the pikeman either. Oh, he's gonna eventually be taken down, right? Lourdes is shooting him all the time, like 2 more shots and he's gone. Lourdes is gonna kill him. Yeah, he's gone. Level 2 Lourdes. Hobbit summon a little bit too late. The Warg Riders are gonna trample them down anyway. I don't know about the Hobbit summon in a situation like that. Lourdes is also here. Almost level 3 fireworks is happening. Field of Galadriel is happening from Frodo Baggins. Heal is gonna be used. The full commitment, the desperate commitment on the spot. Lourdes is gonna take down the ring bearer, and he is actually on Carnage. I talked about Carnage. Did you boys actually watch the new Venom? Venom on Let It Be Carnage. The film was a little bit of a disappointment for me. Yeah, Isengard. To be honest, you know, Venom, Let It Be Carnage. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it yet. And also, Matrix, the new Matrix film, was pure disappointment for me personally. While the Spider-Man film, No Way Home, was pretty nice. But Venom, holy shit, I was expecting more, to be honest. Pikes are leading forward. Another emote will be chosen from you. Okay. So 2 emotes will be new for the next stream. Alright. Alright, so Warg Riders are everywhere. Furnace. We have in total 350 command points only for Son Goku. Yeah, and Isengard has 800 boys, so big difference. I will be the great artist of emotes, dude. When you can do stuff, you know, obviously it's the best thing. I have no clue about creating emotes myself, and I am also not willing, and I would never actually pay somebody to make an emote for 30 bucks. Dude, I was actually looking when I first started streaming, you know, I was like, hey, maybe somebody can make me actually custom emotes, you know? And then I was checking the websites, and it's like kind of insane amount of money people are paying for it. And then you have the small streamers who are streaming for like 2 to 3 viewers, and they are paying so much money for their emotes. And for me personally, I would never subscribe. Oh, the battle wagon. For me personally, I would never subscribe to somebody because of emotes. You know what I'm saying? That's for me not the main reason why I would ever subscribe to a channel. So it's such a bad investment, especially I believe it's the mindset of people who are streaming, you know, mainly on Twitch. We have the blue Elven player, Son Goku, on the right side, against the yellow Man of the West player, Inumara, on the left side. I like this matchup a lot. I like Man of the West a lot. It's my favorite faction. Maybe it's because I like Gondor and Rohan the most in Battle for Middle-earth 1. And this is kind of, you know, I'm always sad to see Man of the West being Gondor and Rohan united in one single faction. Because in the films, they were clearly splitted. They were not together, you know what I'm saying? So having this split in 2 factions would be the best thing ever. Like having Gondor and Rohan as a unique faction each would be so much better, in my personal opinion. I need to see Gandalf in this game. Me too, my friend. I want to also see Gandalf in this game. No attack first 3 hours. 2 Malone trees into the barracks. Into the 3rd Malone tree is the build order from the Romanian players on Goku on the bottom side. You have 2 farms and 3 farms coming up for men, and 4 farms coming up for men. 10 men, no rush? No. But they are all Men of the West in the films. Yeah, true. I mean, they are basically Men of the West, but they were split in 2 factions. So when you think about that, then also Angmar and Mordor should be one single faction. You know what I'm saying? Human Wood will be placed to see what's going on. He will be able to see the barracks. Sword Rush. Hope Son Goku goes Thranduil. Yeah, Thranduil is an anti-hero himself. So when it comes to deal with enemy heroes, when they are, you know, when you have like enormous strength, full and powerful enemy heroes you need to deal with, just go for Thranduil. It's like Lourdes without cripple, but he deals lots of damage to heroes. And I will tell you one thing, you know, because I am now able to understand a bit more about the balance, and I can tell you that the health doesn't matter too much. Now the health is quite relative, you know, because it's about the armor set, a structure and a unit have. A hero, for example, a hero can have like 1000 health, but can be tankier than a hero with 10,000 health, because he has much higher resistance against some certain units or damages, you know. So barracks and stable at the same time for the Gondor Knights, and eventually some soldiers of Gondor. Rallying call. Nice one. He's getting inside the middle. That's very important. The burst damage now from the clumped Lorien warriors, and the farm is gonna get blown up. Commander Ford 12. Thanks for the first message on the chat, my friend. Nice to see you in the chat. Where was Gondor when Westfold fell? I don't know, Vladimir, man. Vladimir, are you from Russia? I have a good friend in Germany. He's from Russia, and his name is Vladimir. And this guy is a legend, by the way, guys. Dude, the Russians, they are kind of crazy people. I mean it in a good way, by the way. This guy can drink a full bottle of vodka and he's fine. He's fine. Me drinking too little bit, you know, from vodka, and I'm not done. I'm done. I'm not fine. My night's drunk. The farm is gonna be taken down. I'm from Ukraine, okay. In original 1.06, the last game page 1.09 is written on. Evil faction farms are stronger versus heroes and cavalry. So basically the Gondor Knights are gonna deal less damage now to slaughterhouses, furnaces, and tunnels. We will have pikemen now to counter the Gondor Knights. Actually, you missed me asking you if we can get some models of your BFME 2 1.09 version 2.0, especially the work pit looks so nice.
We can hide there.
We can do anything but models, you know. Oh, the money on the ground. Oh, the Lorien warriors, the Lorien archers, rather, they were greeting for it. They couldn't even get the money. Gondor Knights are gonna let them live for this time and turning to get the money, which is almost 100 resources. Bro, he's creeping also at the same time the trolley at the bottom left side. Yes, look, Dimek, did you hear it? Ectelion is giving us permission to get all the animations, furnaces, structures, and also the textures from BFME 2 on 1.09 version 2.0. You know what we need to do right after the streamer, dude? Okay, we will see. I mean, once again, the problem is that the Malone trees are extremely squishy. Yeah, Ectelion, can you already tell something about the upcoming version when it's gonna be released? The version 3? Are there gonna be also anything else besides balance changes? No, right? Mainly balance changes, right? Hey man, thanks for the 100 bitty bomb, Valfia. Appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Thanks for 100 bits.
You got this, Enuma.
You got this, Enuma. Yeah, Enuma is actually doing a phenomenal job in this round of 16 against Son Goku. I believe Enuma is just like an experienced player from BFME 2. Son Goku is still learning. He might look weak this tournament. Maybe in the next tournament he's gonna look much stronger. Oh, don't. What? How they didn't get damage from trampling? I don't understand. Sometimes this random factor is kind of crazy. Yeah, he's also. I was also expecting them to take a lot of damage, but they didn't get damage at all from trampling down these pikes. Very interesting. I'm off for like 3 weeks. He's creeping with the tower guards. The first hero is Legolas, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to see Thranduil, but I believe Thranduil is a bit more expensive. And also not the best call early on against units. Once again, there are heroes that are good against units. There are heroes that are good against other heroes. And the daddy of this dude is good against heroes. But the Man of the West play is expanding extremely well. Look at the command point difference. Do you see that? 800 to 450. That's a huge gap in terms of the command points. More command points means more money. Okay, level 2, almost level 3. Hi Shanks, just recently found your channel. You are a legend for keeping this BFME scene alive, bro. By the way, are you up to date with One Piece? Not up to date anymore. Woolhammer, I'm not following this for a really long time now, unfortunately, because I got a little bit bored from Oda, because there is little to nothing happening for weeks and weeks on end, and they are dragging out the action very long. And I have a feeling that when you don't watch it for a year, that you still won't miss too much. I'm following from time to time just to see if the fight already started, if they are already, you know, fighting against Kaido and other Yonkos. But every time I check it, there is like one punch happening, and then 8 weeks later another punch is happening. 12 weeks later another punch is happening, but the fight is dragging out so long, you know. But hopefully once the fight started, or once the fight will start, I will be definitely watching again. Yeah. Oh, no. Be careful, Gondor Knight. Son Goku is not paying attention. Kill it. Okay, he's gonna kill it now. Nice. But in the meantime, human wood for additional armor and Delorian archers in the melee range, that's not something you want to see. Legolas is kind of unprotected. I mean, don't send your hero outside like that, you know? Also, the marketplace looks dope, man. The design of marketplace. Ectelion, can we take this one as well? Look at this marketplace. Do you guys see this beautiful design of this marketplace? The model looks pretty nice. This one looks much better than ours. I need to be honest. The tower guards, level 4. They are very strong against barracks and stable, by the way. They are dealing great amount of damage to the production buildings. With One Piece, I just checked when the subreddit goes crazy. Yeah. Maybe I've never checked the Reddit about One Piece either, you know what I'm saying? I'm checking there's a website in Germany every Sunday when they release a new version. I'm reading a little bit and then I'm disappointed always because there is not too much happening. What is Yo-Yo? Never seen this one. I was actually watching only Naruto and One Piece. In One Piece, I have a very interesting story. I mean, for me personally, it's interesting. When I first moved to Germany when I was 12 years old, I didn't know anybody, right? I couldn't speak German. So I didn't have any friends because, you know, obviously I'm living in Germany with German people. And when you cannot communicate with them, how you can make friends? But there was like one neighbor, he was also a Turkish guy who was born and raised in Germany. And my mom and his mom were kind of friends. So we met for the first time ever. And I was going to his home, you know, to get to know him. And he was watching One Piece. What is this? We need to build a wall and we need to build it quickly. The farm. And since then, I was 12. Remember, guys, I was 12 when it started. I'm 31 now. It's been 19 years since then. The farm is going down. He's like, look at this. You shall not pass. Literally. Okay. The new man buildings. Okay, it includes also the marketplace if I'm not mistaken, right? Because the marketplace looks pretty nice. Measure of X for the raiders. Thanks for raiding the stream, Measure of X. Appreciate that. Means a lot to me. Everybody, welcome guys to the tournament. The round of 16 in BFME 2 between Son Goku and Inumara. We have seen another best of 5 before that between Avehave and his opponent Kifbat. And we have still many games to be done. What is he shooting actually? The builder. Look how tanky the builder is to Legolas. And once the round of 16 is gonna be finished, we're gonna move on to the losers bracket and the quarterfinals at the same time. So stay tuned for BFME 2. Hey, by the way, Measure of X. Thanks for the raid once again. The Gondor Knights are running it down, and look at the Fiesta game we are in, boys. So Inumara against Son Goku is building multiple walls to block all the possible pathways. Look at that. He's building offensive walls now after blocking this area. So he's kind of putting Son Goku in a jail. Son Goku is like not gonna be able to move. The thing is, it cannot work this way against goblins, by the way, because goblins can just cross over the walls, right? But elves, they cannot do that. Legolas is kind of trapped. The question is, how can you get out now? Look at these lancers. They are like, what are we supposed to do? And another 200 Billy Bomb from Valfia. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that. It means a lot to me.
Can't wait for the Lord of the Rings TV series.
Can't wait for the Lord of the Rings TV series. Me neither, my friend. Me neither. I'm also gonna play the Hobbit, the Gollum game when it's released. I believe it's gonna be released in 2022. Even though I don't understand, like when you make a Lord of the Ring, new Lord of the Ring game, why don't you make Battle for Middle-earth 3? I don't get it, you know? I don't understand. Like seriously, they are bringing out the Rise to War. I've never played this. I was watching a couple of videos just to see how it's, you know, how it feels like. I personally don't like this mobile games on the phone because most of them are pay to win. You know, you need to pay all the time to be able to advance and advance and advance. That's why I don't like the mobile games at all. The only mobile game I played many years ago was actually, I played 2 games. One of them is Pokemon Go. There was like a huge trend in Germany. Everybody was actually searching for Pokemons with their phones in their hand until they messed us up big time. There is secret door. Yeah, look, there is like secret entrance. And then I was playing also and Yu-Gi-Oh duel links, and also that's like a money trap, you know. When you wanna win duels, you need to bet. What is offensive end mood is coming up for Elven player. He's like, okay, you might prison me, but I will siege you. And ladies and gentlemen, I will guide the strength of man. Gandalf the Grey is joining the battlefield. Look at the mother with the child. Oh, nice shot from Legolas. That still only counts as one, though. BFME, BFME 2 and BFME 2 Rise of the Witch King in Age of the Ring, what? Yeah, true. I mean, look the damage he's dealing now. Oh, but knife fighter. Okay guys, welcome to the show match between Legolas and Gandalf the Grey. Boom. Gandalf is like, Legolas, are you even trying? Legolas dealing 0 damage to him, but imagine this is Gandalf the Grey, boys. Who's gonna win, boys? What do you think? Does he have heal? Oh, yeah, he has heal, but Gandalf has no heal. But he's cheating. You know, well, on the Gondor Knight, it's very smart. Oh, he has heal actually. Okay. Oh, Legolas, don't die to the Gondor Knight. Oh, he died to the Gondor Knight. Couldn't get experience for Gandalf. If Gandalf would get the last hit, he would be level 4 or even level 5 eventually. And Gandalf is showing his quality and taking out Legolas, the son of Thranduil. If you don't have a PC or good PC, you are probably a mobile gamer. But the amount of money you need to spend to actually advance in those mobile games can be saved easily in long terms to buy a PC.